Yo, what is up guys? Fortnite Competitive has finally brought back reload cups after a long overdue wait. Now these have returned in the form of 3-round reload quick cups. In this video I'm going to break down my own gameplay and give you a step-by-step procedure and strategy you can use to qualify to the latter rounds of these tournaments and earn yourself earnings in the reload quick cups whilst improving your placements. If you find this video helpful, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more strategy videos like this coming soon. Okay, so the game I'm going to be breaking down is from a recent reload cup, this being the Blade of Champions Cup. It has the same exact points format and system as the Reload Quick Cup, so I'm going to show you guys the strategy that me and my duo Alex used to get a 9-kill win in our very first game, qualifying us through to round 2 on the first time of asking. So let's get straight on into it. Okay, so starting off, let's cover how I play off spawn in this game. Now of course it is on the Reload Chapter 2 map and I'm landing at Dirty Dogs. Now the reason for this is because you're normally only contested by one team, as you guys can see. Obviously the other teams are going to this location right here. So off spawn, something to note is that the first 30 seconds is the easiest time to win an off spawn fight, because that is the time before anyone gets any good mats or gets stacked. So if you are looking to eliminate someone off spawn, go straight for it. You can see me immediately seeing get this SMG, and already I'm looking to track the player that's landing in nearby. Now in hindsight I should have stopped and got the slurp barrels, but I was so confident that this guy was 1, not good because he got a very late drop, and 2, not stacked, that I immediately looked to rush in. And you can see, yes, it's not the most classy kill, but we pick up an elim here very quickly. Now from this I obviously get these siphon mats and the minis, and I immediately can see on my footsteps that the teammate is nearby. I hear the zip line coming up, we crack him in midair. Again, not the most clean of kills, this guy tries to leg it, but we pick up a free elim right there. We get ourselves a gold shotgun and also some flowberry fizz. Now immediately what this means is that if you look on the map, me and Alex now have the entirety of Dirty Dogs to ourselves, because I've eliminated the contesting team off of spawn, where we can use the slurp barrels. That is one benefit of Dirty, there's slurps everywhere and there's metal everywhere, to get ourselves extremely stacked off spawn, just because I pushed them players very quick before they got good loot. So after Dirty Dogs doesn't pull the zone and it pulls towards Slurpy Swamp, you guys will see that we've relatively white lined it towards the zone, where we sit now on the edge of Slurpy Swamp. Now this is where my strategy that I play throughout the reload cups and that I'll be using in the reload quick cups begins, because the majority of players normally locate themselves around the busy POIs. You can see you've got 2 or 3 teams coming in from the north here, coming towards Slurpy Swamp. We've got a team behind us that look like they're coming towards Slurpy Swamps, and a couple teams to the south that also look towards they're coming towards the POI. So what we do is we make sure to make it clear that we don't go into the POI, and we instead just lurk on the outsides, obviously making sure to check our bushes and stuff like that. We just lurk around on the outsides. Now this is because at this point in the game we have 2 elims, so what we are looking for is just an opportunity to pick up a few more elims, because obviously you need 5 on the match. So you can see me start to press towards this team here. Now this guy I could easily beam, but realistically this is a duo, and instead I spot a solo who looks like a better opportunity to kill. But it's at this time that I know a player gliding in. Now this player off spawn has no loot, and this is where the strategy comes in. When people die and reload, they respawn back in the game with just an AR and only 10 wood builds and minis, so they are effectively free kills. So we note this player gliding in, and like I say again, if we hit drone free, you guys will see, if I speed up the drone speed right here, we guys will see this position. So we got Alex coming from the right hand side, me coming from the left hand side. We just effectively pinch this guy. He only has an AR. Yes, he runs around a bit, but it's a free elim. I box it in and make sure we get the point, and this is how we get our 5 kills, is just by farming up people that have minimal loot. Now if you look closer, you'll see Alex to my right hand side and me, and we are looking at this solo here that is being pressured between us and these 2 players up here. Now this is all part of our strategy in reload. Because you only need 5 kills, you can see this guy ends up getting knocked. We only make sure to go for players that are free elims, like that guy right here. If you note, once we see this duo pick up the kill, unfortunately we don't get this, we see them drop down onto the loot, and immediately you will see me make the call to Alex to pop a flowberry fizz, which you guys will see in a sec, and just disengage away from this fight. This is because we don't want to be taking a straight 2v2 when we already have picked up 3 elims and we only need to get 5. There is effectively no point in taking this fight, so instead we will just look to rotate away and see if we can find an easy kill onto an opponent with no loot somewhere else on the map. And that free elim is exactly what we find right here. So as you can see, me and Alex are positioned nicely together. Now there is no one to our side, so I know that we're relatively safe right here, and I know the only players near us is this duo that were behind us and are just rotating into zone. As you can see, we got this team to our left and our team to our front, so by being deeper into zone we are at a position where we can hold them, and that's exactly what we can do here. You see me breaking the slurp barrels to get our HP up, while Alex immediately looks for a tag onto this player. Now, once he gets this, I immediately know that I can flank around the left-hand side and pressure this. Again, this is the second time now you've seen me and Alex pressure from different angles. He pressures from the right-hand side. I know this guy's a relatively free kill, so I grapple up onto height. Alex comms that he's low HP, and I'm able to pick up a free kill. Now, note this is kill 4 of 5 that we need. This guy immediately respawns, and again, that is our now 4th kill. Notice how I don't look to go and key the solo. The reason for this is because we've already got 4 kills. We only need 1 more, which we should get from the Victory Royale. So instead, I just sit and get the loot instead of W keying. The whole idea of these reload cups is that you only need to get a 5 kill win to advance to round 2. So there's no need to go and W key and get like a 20 kill game, as you can see this duo doing right now. You just need to sit and play safe and get that 5 kill win. You don't need to ridiculously W key. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this still image of the map right here. These are all the teams left in the lobby. Now, I want you guys to guess where we are and then where we should be. So I'm going to give you a few seconds. Now, where we are is with this team right here, and this is not a good position to be in because we're on the congested side of zone with teams to our right-hand side, 1, 2, teams to our left-hand side, another team here, and also a solo in front right here. The better rotation to do in this situation is to rotate round this team, get to the dead side of zone down here, where you guys can see there is this singular player like B Teddy, who is just on the complete other side of zone, and this is the position you want to be in. So the second next zone pulls, and I see it pull down to this dead side right here, I immediately know that we are in a congested side, and this is where you are effectively in a queue of players. So in terms of rotating, the team in front of us are going to rotate first, then it gets to us in the queue, then you've got the team behind us, and this is all because we're on congested side, whereas if we were on dead side, we would have a free rotate in. I immediately notice this and say to Alex, right, we need to fizz rotate as far as we can. So I immediately pop the fizz and use the grapple. Now we both use the grapple, obviously you want to rotate as a team. I see this team on my left, notice how I come not to shoot because the rotate is much more important. Still not shooting even though I could get free tags. They engage with us, they look to pressure us. Now I know immediately this isn't a fight we want to take, so right here I'm trying to get chip damage onto them. I get a nice little 30 tag. Alex already disengages, that drags him out. I'm able to get another free couple of tags, and then I just block it off. This isn't a fight we want to take because we have 4 kills, we only need 1 more, so our focus now is completely and utterly on the Victory Royale. You can see me farming up just the mats that I've just quickly used, again making sure to only use wood, and then I say to Alex, right, we're going to use fizz again, and we're going to get deeper into the zone, because right here, these players are on the congested side of zone, and more players are going to rotate into this exact area. So if we can rotate down to the further downside here, we're going to get away from all that congestion and fighting, and that's exactly what we do. We leave this team behind, and we are able to get into the dead side of zone. Now from here, you can see the comm that I make is to rotate back into the area where the zone just was. So the zone was through the middle of the zone, so we've rotated into the back side where the zone just was, and that's because this area is likely to have no players on it. So by rotating here, we get a free rotate out the back, and we can just refarm up all those mats that we've just used and effectively play very safely for the next couple of minutes. So now the next zone pulls, and by doing this rotate down to the lower side of the zone, you guys can see that all the players are in the zone and we are not. So my plan originally here was to swim around the ocean right here and get into the dead side of Storm here where it opens back up. But then Alex comms that there is a pad right in front of us, and I noticed that this is a great opportunity to get a free rotation into next zone. So instead of going straight away where we would likely get focused, you guys can see that I sit very still and wait for the perfect opportunity. Now here I use fizz, and that is in order to get us higher so we can't get looked at as easier. As you can see, if we low padded right here, these teams would likely look at us, but instead of landing on them like many aggressive players would do, I know we don't need any kills, we have to focus on the win. So like I said I was going to do, I wrap all the way around and I get into the side of zone here where Storm is just coming out. So as Storm moves back, we can claim area here, and now we look onto everyone in the lobby. You guys can see we're the team positioned so much further to this side, we can look into every team coming in. So effectively our strategy so far is rotate dead side and play very, very safe. You can see me ping height right there, and then I notice height coming up. You can see our strategy is play very, very safe, don't take any aggressing, try and get our 4 to 5 kills at the start of the game, so therefore we then don't have to get them later on in the game, and then we can just play defensive and the win. Now next zone pulls to our north, you can see we're sort of in the middle of a few teams right here, so I immediately know my plan is always in reload is to try and take height in the end game, especially when you're going for a win in a game mode, you always want to make sure that you take height. Now I spot that old builder Alex up here, and I immediately say to him, right, let's fizz grapple up onto height right here, and we can claim height on this front side of the mounting. Now at this point in the game, once we've claimed height, I relatively know that we're good for the win, because as long as you claim height and one teammate applies pressure like you can see Alex doing here, and the other one sits up on height, you're able to just spray down on a lobby. And again, this will work in the reload quick cups. Remember, you only need a 5 kill win for your first game. We pick up a free healing right there. So there you go, there's our 5 kills sorted as a team. Now all we have to do is win the game. And you'll notice that's why, even though I know a lot of these players are very, very unstacked and free elims, I'm saying to Alex at this point in the game, just don't drop down. As you guys can see, drone 3 is going to bug out a bit. I'm saying to Alex, just don't drop down. We're staying up here on full metal height. We're making sure we can look down onto all these players rotating in. And you guys are seeing that I'm making sure here to stick to the left side of zone. You don't want to be going through the center of zone. So sticking to one side, we can look down onto every player. There currently isn't one player in the field of view that we can't see. So again, we just sit on height here, and this is relatively straightforward. I'm sure you guys all know from taking height exactly what the best players to do. It's just to continue applying pressure onto players down below, as we now know that our focus is the win. Now, I'm going to keep this on 2x speed and just continue to com over what happens throughout the rest of the game. There's only about 5 or 6 players left at this point. You guys can see a duo and fighting down below. Now, I'm saying to Alex, make sure you stay up, make sure you stay up. Do not drop down. Eventually, they wipe themselves out, and we're left with just one player on the low ground. Now, from here, it's a 2v1. You shouldn't be bottling this scenario whatsoever. You just want to apply pressure down onto your opponent. Notice it's at this point where I say to him, right, we can drop down now as there's only one opponent left. Alex looks to pressure him immediately. The guy's relatively suffocated in zone. It isn't the most scrappy of kills, but we pick up the kill on him and we get a free victory royale, as you guys can see. That whole thing come from playing dead side, rotating smart, getting our kills early on into the game, and then taking height in endgame and focusing the win. That right there is the strategy that is going to make you money in the reload quick cups. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe for much more videos just like this coming about every tournament coming soon. Peace out from me. See you guys in the next one.